I did intermittent fasting. I've done about 2 years of intermittent fasting.
Okay.
And even during that time, and I think my issue was what I would do is I did the 16-hour fast, which is kind of the bare minimum. And then
Yeah.
eventually I worked my way up to, I was doing like the 20-hour fasting window. But I found that for me, it was very difficult to get enough calories in that short of a fasting window. So
Mm-hmm.
what I will likely do is something like I hear David Sinclair doing, which is skipping breakfast, and then having a feeding window, which would be probably somewhere between like 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. or something like that. And just
Yeah.
trying to maintain that. Now I've heard, and my hope was that resveratrol would kind of just be my pill that would, since I've heard that it mimics fasting. I was like, well, maybe if I just take a lot of resveratrol, I can get away with not fasting. But I don't think that is in the cards for me. What would you say?
Yeah, well, first of all, I would say that when you are experimenting with intermittent fasting, it's very hard at the beginning. And then at some point, maybe after a year or after 2 years, you're basically getting used to it. This is what happened to me as well, because I've been doing intermittent fasting for over 2 years now,
Mm,
probably. And at the beginning, like the first few months were very, very hard. And I was hungry all the time, and it was very hard to maintain this routine. But now doing a 20-hour fast is kind of a regular thing for me on a daily basis. And I have one meal at like midday or 1 p.m, and then I have another meal at 4 p.m or 5 p.m, and that's it.
mhm,
And I'm finding that this works very well for me. And not only that, but I'm also feeling like much more energetic in the morning. So and I wasn't feeling this way at the start. So that's very crucial here, because I kind of had to get used to it and to
mm.
kind of ease myself into it. Because like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I was having 3 meals a day. So I would have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I can't do this right now. Like
Yeah.
I can only do 2 meals, or one sometimes, which is harder to do. But 2 meals are quite comfortable for me, and having such a narrow eating window of 4 hours, it feels just fine. So I mean, there is no solution that fits everyone, to be honest, because the more I'm studying, human metabolism and how different people kind of react to different diets and things like that, like I realized that there is no solution that fits everyone. So what works for me doesn't necessarily work for you. So it's kind of again, you kind of need to experiment with this yourself and see how you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, I agree. And it's something that what I eventually found, my biggest problem was that um, I think I thought about it too much. I think it was just one of those things where I'm like, okay, I'm waking up and I'm not eating. Okay. And then a lot of times I would fill up on coffee, and then I'd get over caffeinated, and then I would just be miserable until I ate. And then I'd have
Mm-hmm.
indigestion. I think I really sabotaged myself. And I did this for 2 years. Uh, so I slugged through for about 2 years of intermittent fasting. But what I'll do occasionally is a 24-hour fast. And like I said, I haven't done it in about a year. But right now, my physical goals, I'm trying to gain a little bit more muscle and lean down. And in order for me to gain muscle, because of where I am, I have to take in a lot of protein in a day. And
Yeah.
so it's one of those things where I'd like to maintain that. And I know it's how challenging it was whenever I was trying to do it with intermittent fasting. So
Yeah.
uh, I
I
don't know.
see.
I don't know. I know
Well,
what David Sinclair said about big muscular guys, and you don't see them in nursing homes living to long age. So it might just be something I need to get over this particular goal. But it's something I've been working on now for quite some time, and I really enjoy weight training.
mhm.
So so I'm probably going to be slimming down in the near future. And I swore to myself, okay, Jesse, when you turn 40, you're going to get back into intermittent fasting. And I'm almost 41. I'm going to be 40. I'm going to be
Oh dear.
41 in a few months. So So maybe it'll be when I turn 41, I'll get it back into intermittent fasting.
Yeah, there are studies in mice that also show that lean mice always live longer than their normal weight counterparts. So this is quite interesting to see, and not only that, but their life is prolonged by literally like something like 80%
Oh,
or something
wow.
like that. So the results there are pretty impressive. And to actually answer your question about what would basically break a fast, I think that as a rule of thumb, what I'm considering breaking a fast is anything over 50 calories. So because if it's 50 calories, it's not gonna your ketone bodies will still be being produced, and then your autophagy will still be running. But over 50 calories, I think this is where the metabolism is being triggered. So this is also something to kind of keep in mind. And then another thing that you might consider is a fasting mimicking diet. So for some days where you want to kind of detox yourself, but you don't want to starve, or you don't want to do a 24-hour fast, then for me personally, it's very hard to do a 24-hour fast. I can't do that long. I mean, I can, but I don't want to.
Right. Yeah.
Another alternative would be to just have a day where you kind of label it as your detox day, if you wish, and you have something less than 750 calories and then less than 15 grams of protein. So this still means that you can feed one meal into your day. That would be okay. And, a few drinks like teas and coffees and things like that, and it will still be fine. And this will be a fasting mimicking diet with some of the benefits of autophagy being preserved.
That's awesome. Hey everybody, this was a part of my ongoing conversations with Dr. Seranova. If you're interested in learning more, please take a look at the links below. And also remember, there is a discount code there if you'd like to order some of NMN from NMN Bio. That is her company. So hope you enjoyed this video. Look for more to come.